Breaking, yes, it don't bust for this area as a Biafra independence protests has gone international once more. Yes, my people, normally it don't go international. Yes, everybody knows about it, but once again, it has broken the bar on the international level. Yes, we'll be going directly into the details of this news. Don't forget, we are your one and only Exposed News TV. Yes, these are the details. Also, in response to escalating violence in the Biafra land, yes, in southeastern, he said the protests has erupted across major European cities with thousands of members of the Biafran diaspora demanding international intervention in the ongoing conflict. Yes, we have there have been noticed that there have been demonstrations in London, Berlin, Paris, and Brussels, with the independent people calling for the independent Biafra and condemning the zoo government for its handling of the crisis. Yes, we'll be talking about these specific places, make you go know, make you understand, say everything where they actually happen is something that is meant to be and not a joke. Okay, he says in London, Trafalgar Square, as one way or another, protesters and people that are Biafrans have come across and come around waving Biafran flags. They've held banners and said, "Free Biafra now and end the Nigerian occupation." Similar things were reported in other cities where members of the Biafran community and their allies chanted slogans and called for foreign governments and the United Nations to intervene, which PM Ekpa has been on the sidelines, have been in the apex too, making sure I'm poking around, making sure that these people come to a full-time understanding that there is no going back on this particular movement. The process comes on the heels of the Biafra Liberation Armies and the BNL's movement moving and stopping across the violence that has been taking place in the Biafra land. As zoo forces are in disarray, the diaspora believes that the time has come for the international community to step in full time. I believe they have stepped in some time ago and they have made a few comments, but now they are expected to make heavy comments, heavy comeback, and make effective, what do you call it? Effective impact in this particular time at this moment, because this time is the right time. Okay, he says here that we cannot sit idly while our brothers and sisters are being killed from one Ngozi. We there are said that stays in London. He said the world must recognize Biafra's right to self-determination and self-referendum and force the zoo government to stop its violence. International human rights groups have also raised concerns about the growing humanitarian crisis in the region, with tens of thousands displaced by the conflict and the zoo government's military response. As you all know that these people seek to do complete a genocide in the Biafra land, in the southeast region, and it is not something that is even being hidden on any ground. But then it is not what we'll be looking at whenever we decide to do the necessary things that we need to do. That is just the truth of the matter. We are going to succeed. We are going to make sure we do everything in our power to make everything work out. The United Nations has called for a ceasefire and a peaceful resolution, but thus far diplomatic efforts have failed to gain traction. As the conflict in Zoo intensifies, the Biafra's global presence is making waves on the international stage, putting additional pressure on both the Nigeria government and the foreign powers to address the situation before it spirals further out of control. Na so. Okay, my people, na so we go dey give am straight to una back to back. Take notes. That is what we are here for. On another note, it is always good to have it in mind that we are not slacking back on another level. The next thing you will be hearing would be things that concern the Biafra movement, coming from the PM Simon Ekpa. Listen and enjoy. Thank you. Suffering for the consequences of the things that are happening to them. He says here that trouble is brewing in Delta State after the bodies of policemen killed by Fulani herdsmen were discovered. A collaborative effort between security forces and local vigilantes resulted in the retrieval of deceased police officers' bodies belonging to the IRT Abuja PMF 51 Ogara and Anti-Kidnapping Squad Asaba. So these are the set of people that their bodies were found recently that were killed by Fulani herdsmen, and they are still keeping these people in their stead. They are still keeping this set of people in their stead, and that is why we can never allow them to encroach into our own land. They have already encroached. They have started entering, but we will not allow them to do that anymore, because the more they encroach, the more they enter into our land, the more they take over and want to feel that they have something they need to do in our place, and we will not let them have that. Yes, we can never let them have that. Okay, it continues. The recovered corpses of the officers have been deposited at Mariri Central Hospital morgue in Ugili, disclosed a senior security source at the Delta State Police Command, speaking on the condition of anonymity. The recovery operation conducted in Ugili North local government area of Delta State followed extensive search efforts in the forest on both Sunday and Monday. So these people have been missing for some time. On January 24th, 2024, 3 officers, all inspectors, were dispatched to the Ororo community in Ugili North, Delta State, in response to a distress call made by an individual named Moses Progress. The distress caller alleged an attack by suspected Fulani herdsmen, leading to the officers' deployment. Tragically, they never returned, and with their fate shrouded in uncertainty. So they called these people and they sent only 3 police officers instead of them to send a full squad to go and handle these people. Fulani herdsmen normally move in bulk, and you sent only 3 people. What do you expect? Of course, they have taken them down. Although the police authorities in Delta State have remained silent about the incident, a group of local vigilante members discovered the bodies of some of the slain officers. The report continued. Operation Huts belonging to the suspected killer Fulani herdsmen were demolished, and 6 corpses were found in the Agadama bush, while the whereabouts of the 15 others remain unknown. Regarding the discovery, the anonymous security source further elaborated. They spent over 3 hours at the hospital morgue during the documentation before being attended to at Ugili Central Hospital. Another source, when queried, mentioned no details yet, and I will get back to you as we progress, indicating ongoing investigation into the matter. My people, this is what it is, and this is what things would always end up to be, so far as it concerns the Fulani herdsmen being allowed to encroach, because these Fulani herdsmen, they are trouble. They are full-time trouble. And the earlier we get to find out that these people do not have a place with us, and they can never have a place with us in the southeast, I don't care about wherever they are, in Abuja or wherever, those people, they can allow them encroach into their land. But in our own land, Abia State, Imo State, Ebonyi State, Enugu State, and the rest, we are not allowed to let them in. We cannot let them in. If not, we risk losing lives of maybe innocent farmers, innocent people that are around. And that is the reason. we must avoid we must avoid anything that will allow us calm down when we see them encroaching or entering into our land. We cannot do that. We cannot let them do that. And so because of that, we will always be at alert to make sure that they do not encroach into our land to do things that are not that to do things that would cause mayhem or trouble in our society or in our community. And yes, we've come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.